and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Leslie, and today I am making a card using the Rugged Birthday pattern paper from Not Too Shabby Shop. I have gone through this paper before, so I will mark that in the description box below, but as you can see, I fussy cut out all the fish, and then I have a bunch of die cutting to do here. We are going to make a shaker card today for the November mood board challenge. So these are all my pieces after I got them all die cut out, and then I did find a piece of clear wrapping, honestly, just some plastic wrapping that we're going to be using as our screen for our shaker card. And let me tell you, this shaker card almost took me out, y'all. The design is super simple, but I, of course, had to make it super complicated. And just my general ungracefulness just really went into this card. So one of the things was with the frame that I chose, the left and right long sides were the perfect size for that red liner tape. But the top and the bottom, the short sides, were not. And so you could see the tape. And so I had to cut it in half. And if you've ever cut red line tape, it is not easy. But we got that taken care of. And we moved on, we put on our little plastic sheet, and then we moved on to foam tape. Now, again, I thought I had like the perfect measurement of foam tape here, the perfect width, and I did not. So I had to cut my foam tape in half, and then I was doubling it so it'd be a thicker foam tape, so that way we can, get all our little fishies here into our shaker card. And then this is the next mistake I make is, one, I have way too many fish. I overestimated how thick my foam tape ended up being when I doubled it. And then two, I decided I wanted to add some of these diamond gems into the shaker card because then it'll make the fun shaker noise. And I figured it would actually help the fish move around. Well, and you're about to see. This is not the case. So I am lining up my frame here. And another mistake that I make, this shaker card, like I said, it's actually so easy, but it's been a long week, y'all. We celebrated 3 birthdays in our house because all 3 of my daughters are born in the same week of November. And it's been a long week, and we've gone through the birthday week, and I'm trying to do this card and nothing is working. This is where I noticed that I did not line up my backer nearly well enough, and some of the little diamonds are starting to fall off, and then I'm also like feeling that it's sticky, but I'm like, no, it's fine, let's just move on. So I am taking some tape adhesive here. We're going to create our base here. We're going to be using those trees that I just think are so beautiful. The idea for this card, it's a happy birthday card, but to kind of be in the forest and you're fishing, So here's the shaker card is supposed to be like the pond that you're fishing in, okay? So then the next mistake I make is that I use that same tape liner to use on the back of my shaker, but when I did that, I bent the back a little bit too much, and suddenly the diamonds are now starting to fall off. So I need to realign that little backer sheet. So I carefully, take it all out, decide to take some of the fish out, kind of scoot things around, make sure that my fish are still right side up. And then of course all the diamonds are like sticking to the foam tape as I'm trying to get this to work. Now I did realign my backer much better this time, but I'm still struggling a bit with the actual shaking part, but it's fine. I'm moving on. I'm going to stick it onto my card base, and it looks wonderful. It does. It really does. And then I start shaking it, and I notice that there's a fish that is stuck, and it is stuck. And it is stuck. And no matter how much I shake this thing, it is stuck. So you know what? That's going to bug me. I'm going to take this shaker back off. And I'm going to make sure that fish isn't stuck to my foam. And then I noticed that, oh, look, another diamond escaped. So we are going to use a different foam tape here. This is actually from Queen & Company. It's the leftovers from their shaker kits. I'm actually going to be using that on this shaker. It is the right thickness, and I can get it lined up enough so that it's not seen through the actual shaker window. So I'm just going to keep cutting up pieces of this and until I have the full rectangle. And then I get over ambitious again. Because I know that this foam tape is very thick. It's probably like 3 or 4 millimeters thick. It's hefty stuff. This is not a card that is going to go through the mail without putting extra postage on it for sure. I added too many fish again. Added way too many fish. Put the diamonds in here again. And if you make this card yourself, my suggestion is don't put the diamonds. Yes, they make a fun shaker noise, but the fish get stuck on the diamonds and they get pushed against the plastic of the top there, and then they don't move. So I'm going to get all the little lining pieces off of this foam tape. I keep adding more diamonds in there because I'm like, I like a lot. I like my shakers to be really full, y'all. And usually I have no trouble with it, but tonight I just had so much trouble with it. But I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue to this foam tape. It is quite sticky, but I've just been messing with it so much with the oils on my hands and everything that I'm like, I'm going to add extra glue to make sure that this really sticks to the backer, because I don't want this shaker to, explode. I've had shakers do that before where I've made them and they weren't quite closed, and we didn't realize they weren't quite closed until the birthday kid got a hold of it, and then the confetti and glitter and everything else that I had put in the shaker just went everywhere. So don't do that. So I want to make sure that this is really adhering well. So while I am doing that, I am going to let y'all know, if you've never heard of Not Too Shabby's Mood Board Challenges, it's a monthly challenge where we ask you to be inspired by their mood board, either by the pattern paper, the colors, the inspirational text, and create cards, and then you add them to their in-links party, and you get a chance at a giveaway for $15 to the store. So it's really fun way to kind of get creative, get your juices flowing, and make fun cards, and then we can share them with other people. So that is what I am doing today. So I did decide to cut out the happy birthday little tag that is on in the pattern paper, and then I'm just taking this twine. It's a 3 rope twine here that I had in my stash, and I'm going to actually poke a hole through the little space there on the actual tag and make this into a real tag, so with real twine on here. So I'm just using paper piercing tool here just to create that hole, and then I'm just going to thread the twine through, and then I decided I'm just going to double knot this, make sure that it's really staying, and then I'm also going to cut this twine down a little bit more just so it's not really falling off of the card, and then we're going to go ahead and bump that up with some foam tape as well, just because that twine does create a little bit more bulk. Like I said, this is not a card that is going to be going through the mail. This is going to be just handed to someone because it's getting, I love to mention, but it's getting too bulky for postage. So that is my final card. The fish do move around quite easily now. There is a little bit of that, the fish getting stuck, but if you make this card, don't put the extra shaker bits, just take the fish and it looks wonderful. So I hope you have a great day. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit that bell to see more videos of just the chaos that I have going on here. I hope you join the Mood Board Challenge as well. Make sure you double check down in the description box for all the details. See you in another video soon. Bye!